Tom Trento here, and for the next few moments, I'm going to tell you an amazing Hollywood-type movie thriller story about a 52-year-old man named Shihab Ahmed Shihab. You heard me right. He's got 4 names. 3 of them are Shihab. So for the sake of simplicity, I'll refer to this Muslim terrorist as Shihab. Shihab is 52 years old. He lived in Iraq until 2020. In fact, before that, he brags that he was part of the Iraqi resistance under Saddam Hussein in 2003 to kill Americans. But in 2020, he wanted to visit America. So he applied for a visa, a visitor's visa, and Shihab got a visitor's visa in 2020. September, he comes to the United States. Now, if I'm not mistaken, in 2020, in September, everyone was concerned about going to the polls because of COVID and the pandemic. No one wanted to go anywhere, but somehow a Muslim terrorist from Iraq named Shihab gets a visitor's visa and winds up in Columbus, Ohio. Now, why is he in Columbus, Ohio? If you follow the United West way back in 2009, 2010, where our team with others helped defend and support and assist Rifka Barry, a Muslim minor who converted to Christianity, and her father wanted to kill her, do an honor killing in Columbus, Ohio. So we spent a lot of time in Columbus. We're very familiar with the jihadi mosques. Shihab leaves Iraq, goes to Columbus, Ohio. Now, he gets there in September of 2020. This is a true story. Starts going back and forth, 3-hour ride, Indianapolis and Columbus. They're sister cities, working in various restaurants. And then 3, 4, 5 months later, around March of 2021, he gets a little tired of Columbus, Ohio, and maybe even America, and decides to kill President George Bush. Shihab comes up with a plan to assassinate President Bush because he destroyed his country, Iraq. That was his view. So if you're a Muslim terrorist from Iraq and you want to kill President George Bush in Dallas, Texas, what do you do? And you're in America. How do you put that together? Well, very simple. You go to the most friendly place on earth for Muslim terrorists, the mosque. So he starts going to some mosques and using the coded language and whatever, he's looking for fellow travelers that can assist him. And he runs into 2 fellow travelers that say, we'll assist you in killing President George Bush. We agree with that. Well, as much as they got problems all over the place, thank God for the FBI, and they have infiltrated these dangerous mosques, and they had 2 confidential informants in place, and those 2 start working with Shihab to concoct the plan to kill President George Bush in Dallas, Texas. This is last year, right around now, a year ago, this plan was taking place. How was Shihab going to do it? He had a money man in Qatar, so he can get money. He needed somebody to make false documents, IDs, passports, birth certificates, all this stuff. Confidential informant said, I'm capable of doing that. I can secure all of that. They were using WhatsApp as their secret source of communication. So CI1 says, I'll get you the documents. CI2 said, I'll get you guns and uniforms. Part of the brilliance of Shihab's plan was to outfit fighters in FBI uniforms and police uniforms, and then they'd be less conspicuous as they traveled around. So through the months, March, April, May, June of last year, 2021, this plot, this caper starts coming together. The FBI are following everything. So Shihab says, we got to go to Dallas, Texas, and do some reconnaissance. He travels to Dallas. He goes to George Bush's compound, watches the movement, the activities. Don't forget, this guy fought for the Iraqi Saddam Hussein Ba'ath Party in 2003 through 2006. So he's following, he's plotting, he's getting all the information, brings all the data back, starts laying out a timeline and a way in which the fighters will kill George Bush. But now you need fighters. So what does he do? Well, he plans on bringing in 4 key Islamic State fighters who were in Turkey, Egypt, Denmark, and Iraq. So he sets up the 4, and he's going to smuggle them into the United States, have them be part of this assassination crew, and then exfil them out, same way he smuggled them in, and they're gone off to safe places, and George Bush is dead, and Shihab is happy. That was the plan. Well, around December of 2021, Shihab mentions to some others, and the FBI get it on tape, that just a few months earlier, Shihab had a lot of capers going on. Just a few months earlier, September, October of 2021, he smuggled 2 Hezbollah fighters into the United States. He charged each fighter $50,000, got them the documents, did all of this, and got them into the United States. So Shihab is a dangerous man, a dangerous machine, now gearing up to take out President Bush. As he starts to reach out in February of 2022, just a few months ago, to reach out to bring these fighters in, get the uniforms, get the guns, get all of that, the FBI says, we got to move in. This guy's moving too quickly. So on May 24th, 2022, the FBI went to Columbus, Ohio, snatched up Shihab, and he's sitting in the Southern District of Ohio's prison right now, looking at 2 counts. One count, obviously, is trying to assassinate a president of the United States. You can't do that. And the other count, and this is a point we want to make here, the other count is an immigration charge. You see, when he exchanged money to bring people in from another country to smuggle them in, that's a violation of our immigration laws. Notwithstanding the fact that everybody's running over the Rio Grande, it's a violation of immigration laws. So he's looking at 10 years for that and 20 years for planning to kill a president. But the bottom line, and a point we want to draw to your attention here at the United West, we are now in a 2-year campaign with Jexit, Jews Exiting the Democrat Party, an organization in Florida, and with Tom Homan, former director of ICE under President Trump, to do a 2-year educational campaign based upon Tom's book, Defend the Border and Save Lives, and his expertise on the southern border. We brought in Chris Burgard, renowned director, to make a 90-minute feature film, to make television shows, to have a 2-year educational campaign to get voters to secure, defend the border, and save lives. That's what we're working on. We can use your help. So how does all of this relate to the border? Guess what? Shihab's plan to get bad guys into the United States and how he got the Hezbollah fighters into the United States was through where? Through the Mexican border, our southern border. Shihab, brilliant Muslim terrorist, knows that that's the soft underbelly to get bad guys into the United States and out. Unbelievable. Of the hundreds of thousands of people coming across the border every month, how many Shihabs are there? How many Hezbollah fighters? How many Daesh, ISIS fighters from various countries? Out of control, ladies and gentlemen. Help us do what's necessary to have people vote intelligently to secure, defend the border, and save lives. Stop Islamic terrorism coming across our southern border. We'll keep an eye on Shihab for you and let you know what happens with that clown and his case. Thanks.